Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community, this is Dr. Danielle Hairston coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie for your best life. I wanted to share with you some reflection about evaluations. I remember way back way back when I was in my early 20s, starting my career for the first time, they implemented this evaluation mechanism called a 360 evaluation, where your peers and your colleagues got to evaluate you and basically share their own reflections about the way they work with you and your contribution and how you accomplish your goals and etc. And it was very involved, and in fact you got to complete one for yourself, so that there would be like this comparative study of like what you think about yourself versus what other people thought. And in my early 20s, I think I was 25 maybe when I got this, I was kind of offended by the results of it, because people would say things in the evaluation that I completely disagreed with. Like, what? She's talking about me? That is not me. That is not how I show up. That is not how I contribute. And I rejected it, hated it. Because for me at the time, I was thinking, well, if you felt that way, why didn't you just say it? If you didn't think that I was a contributor, if you didn't think that I'd follow through, if you didn't think I had value, like, why didn't you just say it? Like, I didn't understand that, because my personality was to say it, if something wasn't working well for me, or, I felt like he wasn't contributing or anything, I would say what it is. And so I was real frustrated about that. But I was early in my career, I was a little more immature and didn't really understand the impact of the evaluation. And as I grew older and stronger in my career, I started to embrace those evaluations more, because it was, for me, not only learning about myself and what people think about me, but also learning about other people. Like, you learn so much about other people when they are evaluating you. And I just learned that people just were sometimes afraid, to say those things in your face. Or sometimes, they don't trust that they would be able to say things to you face to face without maybe you reacting, or maybe they just had their own perception that was false. And so you learn so much about other people, and you learn so much about yourself. But it also helped me to strengthen those things that maybe I was challenged in. Help me to understand how to take my talents and help support other people, because sometimes the evaluation will reflect on that. Sometimes it would say, yeah, she has these talents, but I wish she would show it more. I wish she would share it with others who may be weak in that area. I thought, as a young scholar, young person coming to my career, that maybe that was kind of being, I was bragging by, putting my talent in front of people and say, hey, you might want to learn what I know, things like that. And so I'm just coming to you to say, embrace those opportunities to hear the reflections of the people who work the closest with you, because typically when they do the 360 evaluations, typically they give the evaluations to the people who you work the closest with. They will also ask you, typically, to give names of individuals who you feel would have the would be able to give the best content, or the most effective information, because they are working with you the closest. Now, of course, your supervisor will identify a few other people, because sometimes people go to your supervisor about things about you and never go to you, and so they may even invite them into the evaluation, and it may or may not be someone you've already chosen. But I would say embrace it. Look through the evaluation, look at some of the challenges that you may have, some of the strengths that you have, and how others may reference your strength and maybe how they would love, to tap into those strengths. Look at some of the challenges that you may have and what opportunities are around you to strengthen those challenges, and what things are happening, what behaviors are you displaying that could be a threat to your work and your ability to thrive in your workplace, or take on new opportunities, or compete in your workplace, and really receive it as an opportunity for growth and development, and don't run away from it. So I say all that to say that I have one coming up, and I'm actually pretty super excited about it. I already know what challenges I had in my head, and so I am expecting that those challenges are going to be similar and to what other people may reflect, but I also know that they may come up with something else that I may not even known that that was a challenge for me, but I'm excited about receiving it because my whole goal is to be better, to grow stronger. I have big goals for myself professionally and personally, and I think in order for me to successfully accomplish those goals, I have to be willing to receive constructive feedback. And so anyway, that is my 5-minute quickie for you. Hope it was helpful. Go out in the community and embrace someone. They are waiting for you, and continue to live your absolute best life.
This house.